So there are rumours that today's utility is one of the straightest and longest ever. And here it is. Joining forces with the recent release of the Ping i240, the Ping IDI utility, well, apparently it comes shaking its inner ear to grab your attention so you leave your current gamer. So I've had this club in my bag for the last few weeks. Not necessarily on purpose, it was just there because I wanted to review it. I've done a lot of travelling, I thought if I've got time, stick this in the bag and we'll test it because I'm excited to do so. But what followed was it ended up being in my bag. I used it a lot, got on really well with it, and it's an absolute monster. Visually, minus, go on, play it.
Nearly headless? How can you be nearly headless?
Like this.
No, it's an attractive looking golf club. It comes at some size, it's not a small package, it's rather hefty, but that's what brings the oomph, the horsepower, which is why for this video I've given us a target of 300 yards. I personally think we are pushing it a little bit there. Now, I keep talking about a monster. Well, I had the choice of a 2-iron, 3-iron or 4-iron. 17 degree, 20 degree or 23 degrees. Guess which one we picked? Absolutely. So making up this monster spec, we've got the Ping Tour 2.0 90x shaft. Not moving. With all its technology talks, distance, size, I was a little bit worried putting this down. I did read about it first before seeing this down at the ball, and I just thought it was going to be like the BFG's Hairy Terror to dress. And it's not. It's not at all. Now don't get me wrong, there is a lot of it, as I previously mentioned. So much mass behind the ball. It's got this sort of iron effect at the front and then this huge utility growth at the back. I do like the fact it's got this limited sort of offset, and many people will ask, who is this targeting? And I think the simple answer is literally anybody could play this. Can't hit a driver, but you hit your irons well. Great example. Better player just wanted to get it in play. Another great example. It's an all-rounder, it really is. So 300 yards, yeah? And it'll be stretchers. That's me done. Have I ever got a utility 300 yards? Why has this come about? So there is a bit of weight to this. I wouldn't necessarily say it's built around club head speed. It's more a lot of weight for controlling swing positioning. But get my excuses out of the way. Let me have a warm up, see what we're dealing with. Oh, that's not a bad warm up, that. So this is what I find very interesting. I was trying to think to myself, what is my miss with the utility? And it is right, and I think that's a common miss with, you know, that longer, lower lofted sort of golf club. And this offset design is trying to help that. I try and imagine what that would have been like had we not had that sort of effect. Probably would have been visiting Barbara. Off the ground, I'm not using a tee for these, 267 yards total, 156 ball, and a spin rate of a 2.756. So again, even though we've got this ball busting distance story, we are still getting that 3,756 RPM. But because of its rather large profile, this allows Ping to install some rather funky features, which of course includes inner air, which I tend to call flatulence. The tech around it even sounds like flatulence. An air pocket that controls frequency at impact, improving sound and feel. So how did it go? Went well? Noticed any differences? Yeah, I seem to be able to control the tone. Guess what this is? Oh, I know that. Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, get in. The inner ear does improve sound and feel by controlling frequencies at impact, and this is all sat inside the metal wood-like construction to also achieve a lower CG and higher MOI. 280 yards. I was a bit doubtful with that first one. That was a little bit better in terms of strike. The speed will come, but again, this is an absolute beast of a golf club. We're pushing the 160 ball speed off of a 108 club head speed. Smash factor of 1.47. So there's your output. That was efficient as well, but we're still 20 yards off. That's not nothing, is it? And I kind of always thought the utility and the driving iron is like the same category, and in many respects it is, but I think this makes the driving iron category, it's different. This is bigger. This is driving. This is all about distance, going that direction, not necessarily upwards. Now I want you to go that way, 300 yards, please. I might try and launch it a bit better. Might get less spin. I've hit that. 285. So you look at that. That is forwards. 3,300 RPM, 110 club, 160 ball, 285 yards. I've got the 2 here. This is definitely a tee from the tee. I feel like if you need that steeper descent and a bit of control on the greens, we're going to be looking at the 3s and the 4s. Probably the 4. Par 3 club, I'd say, where this is like... This part here is going to be many people's friends. When you've got that long iron, it's quite narrow, dig straight in. This has got that glide sort of effect to it. Bottom groove again, that's going to be 3.5, oh no, 3.2. If we can get that impact location just that little bit higher, we'll knock that RPM down to probably in the 2s, and that's when we'll get the 300 yards. But right now, it's that bottom groove, the common strike with the lower lofted clubs and woods. It may have a chance. 288, we're just 12 off. Well, very like round, beautiful numbers. 108 club head speed and 160 ball, a 1.48 smash. But it's a very powerful feeling. It's doing exactly what I want from it if I was going to buy this. Powerful, feels good, feels fast. Driver's not working, fairway wood's not working. Give me the utility. Sorry, driving iron, and let's get back in play. Bit on the toey side. That was big toe strike and still getting that ball speed out there. That's only the best part of 5 miles an hour slower from that toe section, and just a matter of yards. So forgiving. That was really bad. Come on. We have to go into a swing zone that I've not been to in a while. And I'm okay with that. Loose jellyfish. Loose jellyfish. That's not it. In my mind, that was going to go differently. I can still do it, I promise. Come on now. That rhythm as well. No. That is a very fast bottom groove. Wow. Yes, come on. 109, 291. Ball speed was at 160. 162, 1.49 smash. That was just strike there. Look at that smash factor come down. But that was 291. It's in there. Disappointed, 290. Straight down the middle. We've got it. Oh my goodness. Got what? A mole? It was that bad. It didn't even pick up the spin. It's like we're going to have to predict this. The club's exited out of One Balls of Wimbledon, and we'll just slap 3,420 on it. We ain't got a clue. Why is this turning into the feeling of a churt outlange? If there's 2 things I've proven so far, it's extremely forgiving, especially with ball speeds off of miss hits. Wow. Make the distances out of these miss hits redonkulous. Oh, you can't. You can't do that. We can. You just did. Last one. Honestly. Last one. One thing I will say with these that I've hit, yes, I've favoured the lower end of the club, but it's not the highest launching utility I've ever had. And again, I think that's showing you that we have got a bit of that forward push to boost ball speed. So in my opinion, they'll be easier, like go to the 4. I think the 4 in this would be a lot easier to launch. This is definitely a monster. As I said before, it's only got one interest, and that's the forward direction. You have to be impressed with that. 37 shots, total average of a 283, fast ball speed, efficiency with a smash factor, high spin rate. This is the thing, it's not a low spinning bomber. It really is pure, authentic speed. It's not a facade, it's not cheaply trying to get distance. This thing is extremely fast, but it's doing it the right way.